My name is Martin Sunday. I'm the founder and principal designer at Martin Sunday Lighting Design. I've been in the lighting design business for over 40 years. I started in California with Ken Paulson. I've worked in Houston since then in the lighting design industry. We have projects all over the country, including in Canada, in Colorado, in Florida, in Virginia, a lot in Houston. We've got projects in Dallas. We're looking to branch out into more areas. A really interesting statistic is that anybody building a home over $1 million in Dallas knows to use a lighting designer. In Austin, it's about 50%. In Houston, it's only like 5 or 10%. And the reason is because people don't understand the importance of lighting design. So working with an architect for a lighting designer is one of the most important relationships of the whole design process.
It's important to bring a lighting designer into the process as soon as possible for a lot of reasons. Number one, an architect is typically a generalist. We know a little bit about a lot of things, and that used to be fine in the past. I used to be able to show a chandelier in a dining room, 6 recessed cans in a family room, a light strip over a bathroom, and outdoor sconces, but that's not the case anymore. So much has changed in the lighting industry that it's impossible for someone to really do a home justice by trying to do it themselves. The architecture in the past may not have been shown off to its greatest advantage because lighting technology wasn't there. Now we can light things, show off things, highlight things, and oftentimes you don't even know where the light's coming from. It's just this magical addition to the house that no one really pays any attention to.
The architect is in control of how the house is built. Lighting is what you see in the ceiling. But underneath that ceiling is plumbing. There's the HVAC, the air conditioning system. All of this is under the ceiling. So having the lighting design done early with an architect is so important because all those other things can go around the lighting.
Whenever you're looking at a house and we want, as an interior designer, to have the multi-dimensions of materials, wall materials, let's say we have stone on a wall, or we have wood floors, and we have different upholstery textures, whether it's drapery or furniture or rugs. All these things are very dependent on how shadow hits it, how light wants to give a special dimension to a textural item on a wall. So when we're looking at accent lighting, whether it's through touches of art lights from the ceiling or even task lamps throughout a space, it's really to give the room a little bit of extra, like the jewelry that you need to finish an outfit. So bringing a lighting designer into the process early is extremely important. We want to work with all of the parties on the project as early as possible to minimize changes. All these things are really good to know ahead of time, so we're able to let the architect know what areas that we're trying to highlight, as well as let the lighting designer know what the most important aspect of the project is.
So working with the designer, it's so important for the lighting designer to know all of these things up front and plan for them.
We get detail from the lighting designer that we don't typically get without a lighting designer. So details like exactly where the lights are going to go. They're thinking about your artwork, your furnishings, your window placement, and they're laying out the light and specifying specific lighting for those locations. Then we get a detail list. We're able to improve upon the lighting budget because we know exactly what's specified in the beginning of the project.
So bringing a lighting designer in later on a design project, things have already been done. Things have already been filled out, decided, and that makes it really hard for us to actually put the lights where we want them to get the most effective lighting design.
Martin came up with some great ideas we would have never thought of that were just added to the look and feel of the house. We knew we needed to light some artwork, and we knew that needed somebody who really knew what they were doing to do that effectively. And Martin did a great job with that. But he also came up with the idea of uplighting in some of these high cabinets, which just makes for a beautiful feel for the house, especially when you want to dim the other lights. The task lighting, the under cabinet lighting, the closets. Wow, the way that we lit the closets, I would have never thought closets. One of my frustrations at our last house was I could never see what I was going to pick out to wear in the closet.
That's right.
And here, it's there's just fantastic lighting to go in and actually see what's on the rack without being blinded when you really don't want to see any more light than you have to in the morning. But it works. It absolutely works.
I think we can say about the light design, I think some people might have the impression that you have to have a lot of really nice things to have light design. I disagree with that because what Martin did for us, yes, we had some artwork that we wanted to highlight, but then he said, okay, let's look at the rest of the home and how you use it and how it will be used, and made some great suggestions, made us think about things we wouldn't have thought about. It's how you live in the house and you use the house, and what Martin has helped us do has made all the difference.
You know, it's amazing that people are willing to pay all that money for a house that doesn't have a good lighting design, that doesn't have simple switches on the wall, that doesn't have lights to light the artwork, to light the vertical surfaces, lights to add ambiance to the room. You know, it doesn't take much to make a room really pop.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. We had fun doing it.
It was fun.
And I think we enjoy our art or our highlighted pieces a lot more. And it has made the joy of living in this house a lot more fun. And it made the process more fun.
Yeah.